Okay, this is Ted Flett with the Blade Boys, and I'm pleased to be here with Bruno Marcotte, internationally renowned pairs and singles figure skating coach. Coach here this week of Elijah Balde, who is the singles champion, which is very exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So this is not your first time to Oberstdorf. You've been here as a coach and also even as a competitor.
Yeah, actually I came 3 times as a skater. Germany is a very special place for me because it was my first international as a junior. I went to Chemnitz. Then my first international as a senior was here, and I did a lot of Grand Prix in Germany. It's always been a good place for me. I won this event actually with Bruno Marcotte in 2001, I think, or 2000, I'm not sure.
Okay. We'll check the records.
Yeah, exactly. I also I was a technical specialist for a couple of years, and I was here as a technical specialist first competition ever with the new system. And I'm here with Elijah this year, which is, I think, very exciting.
Mm-hmm. When you step into an arena like this that has so much history for you, does it take you right back? Do you have distinct memories of being on that ice surface competing yourself?
Oh yeah, I feel my programs, I feel my performance before. I feel like it's almost my second home now.
Okay.
This rink is special to me. It's a beautiful rink, and it always brings something special, and this week was just another proof of it.
Mm-hmm. We could have the breaking story right here. Bruno Marcotte returns to competitive ice skating.
Not really.
No. All right.
See those gray hair?
So tell me about the pairs coaching program that you have based now in Montreal, which is becoming a real pinnacle in the sport. You obviously are the coach to Meagan Duhamel and Eric Radford, the world pairs champions now, as well as others. Can you tell me who else you coach and how those teams all sort of help each other or push each other to grow within the sport?
Well, actually, I think first of all, it's Richard Gauthier that started that school many years ago, and I used to take from Richard also. And then when I moved back to Montreal, I lived in Vancouver for a couple of years, then went back to Montreal, and me and Richard decided to make a team together. And to me, I'm so privileged to work with this guy, and we have such a great support group with us. So I think what makes our school strong is the stability of the school, the energy in the school, the philosophy. Me and Richard share a lot of the same philosophy. So I owe him a lot to him, and I think we make a good team together. And we're lucky enough to have my sister who's the choreographer for the teams, and we have Sylvie Fallam. We have a lot of people working with us that makes the team so strong. As far as the teams, we're lucky. We have the Italian team, Andrej and Valentina, that comes part-time, train with us. We have Kirsten Moore-Towers and Michael Marinaro. We have Maxime Deschamps, Vanessa Grenier. We have Marisa Castelli, Mervyn Tran, and we have a lot of good junior team also, and young senior team coming along from different country. And I think everybody get along good. They're all friends. They all push each other. And again, I think it's the environment. It's a very positive environment that we have.
Mm-hmm. Does it help specifically Meagan and Eric having other world-class skaters skate amongst them to get a sense of the competition?
Oh, definitely. It gives them, motivation. It gives them support, and it gives them, just more energy to be able to train.
Okay.
It's very our team, our school is just a big family. So no, it's great.
Good. So last season was a remarkable breakthrough for Meagan and Eric. Undefeated all season. Really locked down the consistency on their side-by-side triple lutzes. Introduced the quadruple Salchow, which they also landed incredibly consistently. What are your reflections on just an amazing dream season for that pair?
Well, I think it's the result of many years of working hard, so many years. We always knew it was there. I think what makes them special is they like to push the boundaries of technical tricks. And I think when they came with the lutz, the triple lutz, that's something that set them apart with the other teams. And after the Olympic year, they wanted to continue, and we all said, well, if you guys want to continue, we need something new, something that you look forward to go to the rink and work towards, and to push your limits and push the boundaries. And that's why they said, like, hey, let's do the quad. So, I mean, it's just a reflection of their mentality, always trying to push the sport forward to another level.
Mm-hmm. And how is training going for 2015 and 2016?
Well, it's going great. I think the throw quad's always been more consistent than last year. Now they're going to introduce a new throw quad. They're going for the throw quad lutz. It's pretty much at the same place where the throw quad saw was last year. So I'm I think it's going to be in a great shape when it's going to come down to competitive season. I think they have really good programs that suit their personality this year. And I really think that them and my sister, as far as the program, they found the right formula that what works for them, so they're comfortable when they go out there and compete.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. We've seen the quad lutz a little bit on social media and videos. Will they be attempting it in all competitions this year, or?
Yeah, well, that's the plan. They're going to do it actually this weekend. We have a local competition in Quebec City, mm-hmm. And they're going to try it for the first time, and then they're going to do it at Autumn Classic and the Grand Prix season, and we'll see where it goes.
Mm-hmm. And in terms of the development of their artistic side and their choreography and musical interpretation, how are you feeling about that?
I think they're growing every year. I think every year the second mark gets better. I think the unison gets better every year. I think I think they have a great feel for the music. I think they have their own style, and in a way, I think that's good. It sets them apart. Like everybody has their own style. Everybody's got their own opinion of what's good or what's not good, or what's better, what's not better. And I think a lot of it comes from where we're from. I think a lot of it comes from what we grew up with as young kids, young skaters, what we appreciate, what we think is right, what we think is not right. But I think if you look back in the history of Canadian pair champion, from Barb and Paul and Lud and Isabel and Dave and Jamie, they have a lot in similar. They have the height difference that Lud and Isabel had, that Barb and Paul had. So it's a lot. If you look back in Canadian history, they have a lot of heritage from that. So mm-hmm. It's like a continuation of this great history, mm-hmm. Canadian skating.
So in terms of musical interpretation and choreography, are you saying that there's a distinct Canadian sort of type or approach to pairs figure skating?
Maybe it's coincidence. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's a culture thing. But there's definitely, for sure. Okay.
Of course, here in Nebelhorn, one of the biggest stories has been the return of the Olympic pairs champions, Maxime Trankov and his now wife, Tatiana Volosozhar. As the coach of the world champions, do you take a bit of time and scope them out and see how they're doing and sort of size up the competition?
No, for sure I watch, I was curious as everybody else, but, the reality in our days with social media, we know what's going on. Mm-hmm. There's no big surprise. So like last week, I saw their program, their short and the long, on Twitter, and so I knew what to expect when I came here. So that was no surprise when I saw them this week.
Okay. Does it impact you at all? Does it do you come up with new ideas when you go back to home base? Will the strategy change a little bit having observed them?
No, for me it doesn't change anything, because my approach as a coach, I really focus on what my skater needs mm-hmm. for themselves. I think that when you start focusing on other people too much, you lose your focus. Mm-hmm. And then I don't think they should look like the Russian team. And I don't think the Russian team should look like my team. I think everybody should have their unique approach to what brought them there and what's going to bring them to the next level also. Last year, the biggest thing was to do it for themselves and to focus on our strength and to make our weaknesses even stronger. So it's, for me, to be honest, I'm always curious to see how will be the judges' reception of the other team's program. But other than that, it doesn't change my way of coaching.
Okay. Last year, Maxime was fairly vocal about his assessment of Meagan and Eric and their strengths on the ice and their musical interpretation. They have also said here that they feel that they have an artistic advantage over the Canadians. How do you respond to that?
I think they have different style. Again, I don't really focus on what they say or what they like or what they don't like. I couldn't care less. I really care on getting my skaters in a good place and the best that they can be. Do I have respect for that team? Extremely. I have a lot of respect for that team. A lot of respect for Russian skating history, and I've got a lot of friends, coaches from Russia. So no, I have only but good thing to say. But to say that our programs will be not as good, then I don't agree. I think we're going to have great programs too. But different style, our own style, our own approach. And I think that's what made Eric and Meagan successful last year. And I think that's what also is going to make them successful this year also.
Is that also a challenge for you to ensure that Meagan and Eric are in the right mindset? So it may roll off your back. Does it, are they also as comfortable with, being in sort of the public eye and that sort of criticism that can come from competitors and others?
Yeah, maybe. For sure, as a coach, you want to set a mindset, for your school, for the team. That's for sure. But I think my thing in pairs or singles, but mostly pairs. If you want to become a great pair skater, you need something that will set them apart. And then, so for Eric and Meagan, the technical part is what set them apart right from the start. So for sure, we really push towards that, and then we try to bring everything up to par. For another team, it's going to be the skating skill. For another team, it's going to be the twist. Another team is going to be the lift. But, if all top team, they have one thing in common. They have one thing that will set them apart, for sure.
And in terms of the last season as well, there was great breakthroughs personally. So Eric came out publicly as gay. You and Meagan got married in the off season. Is that coincidence, or were these things all sort of happening, in stride with the gains that they were making, in the sport?
Well, no, I think it's just coincidence.
Okay.
As far as Eric coming out or us being together, it's nothing new. Something that we've known about Eric and that people knew about me and Meagan, but we always kept it very professional. But maybe yes, in a way we're somewhere in our life, somewhere in our career that yes, we want to take it to the next step. So as far as my life, personal life, I think me and Meagan were ready and to take it to the next step. And I think Eric is something for him, it's very important to inspire young guys or even young girls, and he wants to be out there for people that needs help because he grew up in a small town and things were pretty hard when he was younger. So if he can help people, he will definitely do that.
That's great. And we saw the pictures on social media of your wedding. It's very unusual to see figure skaters on the beach.
Yeah, no, that was great. No,
You didn't melt on the sand or anything?
No. Well, we wanted a small wedding, that's for sure. And we wanted very intimate with the family. And Meagan has gone to Bermuda many times, and she fell in love with this island. And so when we're looking for a place to get married, that popped up right away. So why not?
So ironically, Tatiana and Maxime got married in the off season. Maxime said that they leave, he leaves sort of the association of his wife at home, and the rink is all business. Obviously this is new territory for you as well, coaching your wife. Any differences, or is it all the same?
No, it didn't change a thing.
Okay.
The fact we're married or not, it doesn't change our relationship at all. Meagan, yes, when we're away from the rink, we're the couple, and when we're at the rink, she's a skater and I'm coaching. No, I think out of respect for Eric, out of respect for Richard, and out of respect of all the other skaters, I think it's very important that I wear my hat as a coach, and I think we've done a pretty good job about doing that.
So this will be your first season being not just a pairs coach, but a coach of a world championship pairs team. How does that feel for you? Are you nervous? Does it change your perspective?
No, it doesn't change a thing. To be honest, when they won Worlds, it was amazing. It was such a high for a couple hours. But then the next morning I woke up and I was like, okay, what's next? What can we do to be even better? You know what I mean? Because we talk about the score sometimes. We have goals of result, but the main goal is to keep getting better and pushing our personal best. And usually if you do that, well, the rest will come with it.
Well, when you talk about the scores, I mean, Meagan seems to count numbers like an accountant. She is, it's almost as if as soon as the music finishes, she starts tallying up in her mind where the points were gained and where the points were lost. Do you know any other skater that has that same kind of mentality?
No, there is. To that extent, maybe not. I mean, it's funny, a true story. I was in Kiss and Cry with Elage yesterday, and I kept feeling my phone buzzing, and then I look up, and she had the score. She had his score. She had Elage's personal best by how much he beat it. I'm like, something that even Elage did not know. So that's quite funny.
Wow, that's great. That's great. Well, listen, we wish you all the luck. It's been, we've seen you at the boards. It's great to get to know you a little bit more, and best of luck this season. As the world champions return to competitive skating, and hopefully cap it off with another world title.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Bruno.